Today on One Man's Movies, I'm looking at the Sopranos prequel film, The Many Saints of Newark.
You lead by example. We'll make the right decision. This kid's got what it takes.
Now I have to confess that I've not seen a single episode of the TV show The Sopranos, but with Bond showing at just about every screen of my local multiplex, I thought I'd give it a go. Anthony Soprano is a kid growing up surrounded by crime in 1967 Newark. His father Johnny, played by John Bernthal, is in and out of prison, much to the distress of his mother Livia, played by Vera Farmiga. But neither of them give him very much love at home. As such, he is drawn to his uncle Dickie Moltisanti, played by Alessandro Nivolo. He heads one of the mobs running the numbers game within Newark. As the name of the movie suggests, Many Saints is of course Moltisanti in Italian. We follow his life story. But his life gets increasingly more complicated as his elderly father brings home a hot new Italian wife, played by Michela de Rossi, and one of his ex-colleagues, Harold McBrayer, played wonderfully by Leslie Odom Jr., is setting up a rival hustle in the city. As a Goodfellas light, it worked for me at a basic level, setting up a nice sense of place for the late 60s, early 70s New York. Indeed, in reflecting the growing tensions between white and black factions in the city, it's a nice companion piece to Judas and the Black Messiah from earlier in the year. It's got a cracking cast as well to boot. But for me, although occasional scenes showed elements of brilliance, there was an unevenness to the story. We kept cutting away to showing Dickie visiting his uncle, played by Ray Liotta, in prison. And although Liotta is great in the role, the scenes tended to stall the story for me. There's obviously a lot of Easter eggs in the film for Sopranos fans, which, as a Sopranos virgin, unfortunately went straight over my head. For example, I hadn't appreciated that the film is narrated from the grave by Christopher, the baby shown in the film, who, it turns out, is later murdered by Tony Soprano in the TV series. So, although it kept my attention for 2 hours, I'm going to give this one a middling 3 stars out of 5, making it a borderline. Read my full review at bobthemovieman.com.